What up, y'all? It's your girl Selena coming at you, and I have not done a video in a good while, but I'm back. I may step in and out once in a while. I left for a few weeks to take care of my life and school business and stuff like that, but I'm here today to give you a video that I'm sure a lot of university students, a lot of first year students, a lot of medical students, a lot of high school students that are going into university soon will benefit from. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. Okay, so I'll just give you guys a quick introduction of what I do at UWI. I am an anatomy major that is within the program of basic medical sciences. It's really a sort of medical research type of program, so it prepares us to do medical research in whatever masters we choose to do after this degree. We can also use our basic medical sciences degree to enter MBBS, but when I graduate from this, I'm sure I will come back here and give you guys an update of what I'm doing. But for today, I'm just going to give you guys some tips of how to survive medical school, some tips on how to keep your grades up, keep focused during medical school, even when it starts to become very, very tedious, hard, a lot, and you start to feel overwhelmed by the amount of work that you have to do. I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to cope with those things. And even if you're not in medical sciences, even if you're not a medical science student, I'm sure whatever faculty you may be from, whatever program you are doing, wherever you are in your life, some of these steps may help you anyways. So keep watching. All right, so the first tip is to pray. And I know the first tip that you guys are expecting from me was that you should make flashcards or have a calendar or set a to-do list or something like that. I'm sure it's coming up, but the very first thing that I want you guys to do, the very first thing I do before even entering the school year is pray. Because to be honest, as a Christian especially, we can't do things without God. Okay, we can't do things without God's mercy and God's blessing on our life. So before you even enter the school year, school starts for me on Monday, and best believe I've been praying about it, because online is a different life. Okay, so pray. Keep praying. When you have exams coming up, pray. When you get in the good grades, pray same way. When you feel overwhelmed, pray, and continue to make time for God. Continue to make time to worship Him. Continue to do things of His will. Continue to study His word during your studies, because best believe that's what's going to carry you through. Try to find friends, try to find family that you can sit down with and study the word. If you attend a church, try to attend the youth services on Fridays or the Bible studies on Wednesdays. Just keep it's in your mind that you are not in this alone. God is in it with you, and with God, best believe you can do anything. Okay, the second tip I have for you guys is to remain focused. Okay, there are gonna be a lot of distractions at university. There are going to be a lot of distractions from friends, from classmates, and it's very important for you guys to stay focused during this period of your life. It's very expensive to redo courses. It's very hard to be studying something that you have studied before, okay, when you could have just done it, got it in one shot, and moved on with your life. It's very disappointing when you know you had the time to prepare for an exam and you come up with a grade that you don't happy about. Guys, females, focus on your studies. There's going to come a time when you can relax a little bit. But for the time period that you're in school, focus on your studies. Read, continue reading. When you have off days, yeah, I'm not telling you guys don't sleep. Sleeping is good, and that's another point, but I'll get to that soon. But don't waste too much time going to parties. Don't waste too much time staying up all night having drink ups with friends or gossiping with people. Don't spend too much time when you go to your lectures, you're in class, instead of you're listening, you're talking with classmates or friends. Don't spend time doing those things. Spend your time wisely and focus the time that you have to study, because in medical school there's a lot of content that has to be covered in a short period of time. There's a lot of reading that has to be done, and let me tell you, that's no joke. There are concepts, there are words that you have to have forged in your brain to prepare you for your exams, and within that short period of time you need to know that. You need to know those things. So the time that you have, spend it reading, spend it watching videos that will educate you about the courses that you'll be doing. Okay? Focus on your studies. You're not paying millions of dollars to go to med school to waste time. Okay? And even though I'm an anatomy major and I'm not paying $3.8 million when I finish my 3 years of anatomy, it's over $1 million. So you're not going to med school to waste time. Spend your time wisely. Focus on your studies. I won't say it. Even if you live on a hall, yes, halls are going to have activities. Halls are going to want you to participate in a lot of things, and participation is great. But when it's time to study, you need to let them know. You need to let them know that your studies come over everything else, because that's the reason why you're there. Okay? The third point I have for you guys is ensure that you are getting sufficient rest. A lot of med students struggle with getting rest because it's a lot of things that they have to cover in a short period of time. So they take time out of their schedule, their sleeping schedule, to stay up. Some of them don't sleep. They drink coffee, power throughout the day, and stay up all night, stay up all day studying. But guys, yes, you have a lot of things to cover, a lot of content to cover, but you still need to ensure that you're getting sufficient rest. Rest is important to refresh the mind so that you're able to grasp things better, to understand things better. Don't make nobody fool you. Don't feel bad if you're getting rest. Okay? Don't feel bad if you're sleeping. Just ensure that you're not sleeping for the entire day. Okay? But don't feel bad if you are going to bed at 7 and getting up at 6. That's fine. Just ensure that whatever other time you're spending, it's being spent to study or to educate yourself more about what your school is teaching you. Okay? The fourth thing I'll say to you guys is, especially as UE students, I'd recommend to you to get rid of your foundation courses from first year. Get rid of them. There are 3 major foundation courses that you must do. You have Law Gov, CaribSave, and Critical Reading and Writing. Ensure that you get those 3 out of the way before your second year. Even if you should bring one into the second year, don't let it pass second year first term. Reason being, when you get to second year, when you get to second year, you want the time to focus on the courses that are going to contribute to your degree GPA. You don't want to be wasting time on foundation courses that aren't going to contribute to your GPA, but if you get a low grade, will bring down your GPA and won't give you enough time to focus on the courses that need to give it that first class honors. So get those foundation courses out of your way from the beginning of the school year, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. The fifth thing, I think I'm at number 5. I probably should stop saying numbers by now but hopefully I'm at number 5. Number 5 is build a relationship with your lecturers. Okay, as an anatomy student, we don't have a large population of students, so it's very easy for us as basic medical science students to communicate with our lecturers, to go to their office and have a sit down talk with them, to get their WhatsApp number and text them or issues or whatever. It's very easy for us as basic medical sciences students to communicate with our lecturers and to build a relationship with our lecturers. It might not be as easy for MBBS students because they have a bigger group of persons, so it might be a little harder for them to build a close relationship with their lecturers, but it can be done. It still can be done. What I did in order to build a close relationship with my lecturers was I became a course rep, and from there I had to constantly communicate with my lecturers, and that helped me to build a close relationship with my lecturers. If you need anything, if you need any help, any assistance, don't be afraid to find out where your lecturer's office is. Knock them door and have a sit down talk with them. Don't be afraid to get their email and correspond with them through email. Okay, don't be afraid of that. Just telling you guys from now, don't be afraid of that. Build a close relationship with your lecturers. Trust me, you will reap benefits from that close relationship, student-teacher relationship with your lecturers. Okay, so don't be afraid of it. The final thing I think I'm going to say for today is I don't know if you guys can read my mind, but the final thing I'm going to say to you guys for today is don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. University can get hard sometimes, and at times you might feel like you're not seeing the results that you want to see. You have all this work piling up on you. You don't know what to do next. Probably you don't have the finances, so you're wasting on scholarships and all those things. But guys, don't worry about it. The Lord has brought you thus far. He ain't gonna leave you here. You'll be fine. Okay, and even I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself as well, because I have to tell myself these things, one away. You have to look in the mirror and be like, Selena, stop crying. The Lord has brought you thus far. You'll be alright. I'm telling you, the Lord has brought you thus far. You'll be fine. And I wish you guys all the best in the new school year. If you are a first-year student of the University of the West Indies, I know it's not the typical thing that you guys are going to be experiencing now. You have online classes instead of, getting the typical university experience, but you'll get it in due time. Okay, just continue to take care of yourself. To all the second, third, fourth, fifth-year students, you have been doing well so far. Even if you may have fell down at some point, you will get back up. Pick yourself back up, continue praying, continue working hard, and you will do just well. Okay, all the best in the new school year, and I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, and bye.